Welcome or welcome back to the Light Renegades. My name is Starr. For those that might find themselves here for the first time, thank you so much for joining us. Today's is a pre-channeled message from Lucifer. So if you find yourself here and you think this might not be my message today, I would suggest heading over to our playlist and seeing if anything else jumps out at you there. We do have some meditations. We have some pre-channeled messages brought forward by myself and my fellow Pleiadian Star sister Anna Maria. And we have some messages from the Galactic Alliance, which is our fractal of the Galactic Federation of Light. We also have the Galactic, well, I always say Galactic, but the Angelic Council, the Grace Collective, and also the Pleiadian High Council as well, everyone. So if this doesn't feel like your message today, the darkness feels like it might be too much to be grasping right now, please do head over to our playlist and see if anything else feels like it might be for you. But today's message, everyone, hit me like a train. I had a massive aha moment after channeling this message. At first I thought, I'm not entirely sure what you're bringing forward, and I feel like I'm kind of stuck in this culmination of everything that I've been given behind the scenes and then these messages coming forward to present to you, and I'm trying to filter in bits that I feel like might be helpful for you to engage with this content deeper and have a more well-rounded understanding of where we find ourselves right now with regards to the darkness, what it means for the light, and the negative reptilian influence on this planet at this time, and specifically targeting the understanding of where we find ourselves with regards to popular culture and that being an effect of the negative reptilians somewhere. I feel like this has been the domain that I've been sat in for a little while, and a lot of the information being brought forward at this time, specifically from this message as well, we'll go into that, I think, at a little deeper level as we go further along in the channelings, everyone. So I'd say please hold off making assumptions. I would say this is probably part one of, many that are to come, but I feel like we're just scratching the surface at this point, everyone. And I feel like there is so much out there that we are yet to discover about our own light, our own energy, that I'm incredibly excited for at this point. And I'll share a little bit afterwards with regards to what happened to me this weekend as well. But today's message from Lucifer was titled Condensed Energy, and he started with, "Hello everyone, back again. I appreciate so many of you deciding to take another look around, to decide to see where many of you may have had a blind spot about future and about expanse. I'm here to remind you all that now is the time to truly set yourselves free. So many of you here are feeling into the energies of this world at deeper levels, pulling back the layers and layers, deciding it is time to tune in and hear, sense, be, feel, and say it all. Today's message is an understanding that I think has been cloaked to some level. You can manipulate energy with your own two hands. Many have sought my darkness in the hopes that I could give them power and riches. In truth, it is you who guides anything towards you. By your own innate power, and herein lies the trap. Those that are seeking out unbalanced ideals, seeking to obtain over another, seeking to create something for their own fame and fortune, those are the energies that the NRs connect to, the negative reptilians connect to. But it has a place and understanding for some that runs much, much deeper. There are souls out there right now, ones you see on your television screens, on your podiums and stages. They are holding a light so bright within them that it is hard for others to not be drawn in. However, the light that they hold has now been taken over by the grasp of the NRs. This is where it all becomes so tricky and confusing. I want to bring this down to a simple understanding. Your vibration is everything. Your light is everything. Your soul is everything. So imagine, you see someone, you like how they sparkle and glimmer and shine. That is their inherent light. You think, if I follow said person, I will have this light and shine too. Somewhere on a subconscious level, this is happening over and over and over again. Celebrities are a vacuum for your energy. This is only if you do not believe in the light which you hold within yourself that you enter into a vicious cycle. I have stated today, I'm called upon over and over and over again to be begged and pleaded to change something about a soul's life, when in fact they only need to decide to turn within for the light inside themselves. I ask you today, please make sure you are only ever turning to the light within you. Do not give your power over, into, or to feed something or someone else. So many of you are still allowing others to dictate how you feel. What if I told you the most powerful tool you have is your voice and your hands? Create a bubble around you daily to allow you to feel your own energy and power. See how greatly this affects you and your everyday life. Place your hands in front of anything before you decide to listen, to watch, consume, and see how it truly makes you feel. We are running into times of habitual patterns of the past that no need apply any longer. Take each day mindfully and with intention. Ask yourself the same questions over and over again. Does this make me feel good? Does this make me feel something, anything at all? So many of you are living out lives and patterns that are numbing your senses. You have allowed others to shrink you, and this world ruled by the negative reptilians to make you feel unworthy. It is time to reclaim your power, your vital essence, and turn within at all times to allow your light to shine. So many call out to me in their hour of need, and I promise you, as I am with you now, I guide them to see themselves through their own clear eyes. Eyes that haven't been darkened by the force that would have you hate yourself from the inside out, that would have you fight one another over resources that truly not need exist in the first place. I'm here to stake claim the new world is ready to rise, and it shall through each light inside becoming brighter time and time again. So many of you I see and recognize this is not your first time. Remember this. You know this energy, it lives within you. It shines within you. Allow yourself to believe in your own light. Allow yourself to speak your truth and give life a new meaning. Feel, dare to feel again. The age of power is upon us. Believe in your own light. And I felt like there were almost two messages in one coming forward with Lucifer today. The understanding of, us giving our power over to anything or any other person outside of self. And, we time after time we come back to the celebrity culture, the mass media culture, and Lucifer is wanting us to take a step back and truly understand where we might have, played a part in allowing the outer parameters of life to dictate how we feel. And, he says to go into a practice that is so simple and, to place your hand in front of anything before you allow yourself to consume it. And, whether this be food, whether this be music, whether this be anything. I've kind of been all over, delving into spaces where I feel like there is just a negative frequency being, cascaded out and like as a ripple effect through this whole entire planet. And music is a strong sense of one of those, everyone. So just be careful about, it's not about be careful because you don't have to be careful, but it's about being mindful about what you are consuming and exactly where you are placing your energy. And I've come to a space in my journey where I'm having to really tune into frequencies like never before. I'm definitely being taught to be able to harness my energy and to be able to direct it in specific spaces that I know that I need it for myself, or perhaps, be sharing that with others. And, I have been doing this on my journey already. I'm a Reiki master. I've been trained in this into some sort of doctrine, but I'm learning to kind of just go into a space of understanding energy at a deeper level. And the way that I understood this message and the way that it hit me like a train was just the fact of people would ask me, how I've got to the spaces where I am right now. And I would often laugh and say, I just sat there. And, half of that is, with some jest. I spent hours, and hours meditating with self, trying to understand my own shadow, working with myself on a daily basis like that. But the most understanding that has happened has just been from me being sat. And what Lucifer is bringing forward today is this understanding of that this is not your first time here. For so many of us, I doubt that I would be able to count, beings on my two hands and feet of who haven't been here before. So Lucifer is asking you to remember this, and to those that might be feeling in the in-between spaces, allow yourself to remember that it is you that has got you here. It is you that has got you to the space that you are in right now, and it will continue to be you that guides you forward. And this is, I think, an understanding that is going to cripple some foundations somewhere with regards to praising anything outside of self like it has a more power than you. And, you know, time and time again on this journey, I was just brought back to the same notion that, you know, I am my own God, my own keeper, my own counsel, my own sovereign being. And I think by coming into a space of allowing you all to truly just trust in your own light and to trust that you've done this before. So know that you are here for a reason. I think a lot of why we get lost in life is that we feel like we don't have any purpose, we don't serve, you know, any reason for being here. And that is due to the negative reptilian influence and, you know, the ways that they have allowed us to trap ourselves in our own darkness, in our own misguided understandings. But these messages are coming forward to allow you to understand that somewhere deep inside, behind the layers of all the programming, behind the layers of, you know, all of the things that is filtered into us, lies your soul, lies your light. And just tuning into that will allow you to step forward and be the most empowered version of yourself. Do not give your power away or to anyone. And, you know, I'm in a space where I feel everyone's energy, you know, rushing forward at times towards me because they feel like I have something that they think that they can't have for themselves. And the main message that I want to bring forward is that anyone can tune into anything at any given time. You know, it just depends on where you are in your life path. It just depends on, you know, what you're supposed to be accessing and where in your journey. But it is there for you. And, you know, if you are someone that has been asking for connection time and time again, the only reason that it is not here for you is for a very specific reason. And there will be a reason that is going to help you further in your journey. And, you know, I've really had to take some hits at some points in this journey when, you know, I wasn't feeling anything. I wasn't sensing anything. I wasn't able to, you know, communicate with guys or anyone out there. It just felt very confusing. But there was always an inherent energy that lived within me that allowed me to just continue to keep going. And Lucifer's message today is just to remind you that no matter what you believe in, no matter what you are seeking to gain more information at this time, the most wholehearted information that you can gather is from inside yourself. And it allowed me to understand, you know, when guides and teams and, you know, beings of light step in, it's to give me information that I already know, but just through a different mouth. So for those that, you know, don't speak to specific guides, I would almost say to you, probably on a even more of a profound path, you know, than others that are connecting with guides at this time. And I know that sounds like it's a trick somewhere, but I promise you it's not. And I'm a being that doesn't speak with specific guides all of the time. I work with collective energy, and this has been a new layer of understanding, you know, how I work with energy. And there is something in just the vibrations that are around us that allows us to access more of our own light and to shine more of that light out to others. So I hope that this has made some sense everywhere. I feel like there's just a lot of energetic understanding being brought forward that you can access for yourself. So if you are in a bind, if you feel like you are confused at this time, sit and be with yourself. Put yourself in a bubble of your own energy. And I did this practice this weekend, and it's been a long time that I've asked specifically to feel my own energy. And I think I was floored by how powerful my own energy felt to me. And I thought, oh wow, underneath, you know, this meat suit that I have is this energy. So I encourage all of you to do that practice for yourself, because I feel like you might be very surprised as to what sensations come up for you from your own light. And I promise you that it will probably feel like the most profound energy that you felt accessing your own energy and your own light, everyone. And yeah, it's a really beautiful time to understand energy, and with Lucifer bringing forward the information that, you know, the power is in your hands. And I feel like we're going into more spaces of alchemy, of, you know, said magic, but just allowing us to tune into the energies of everything in this world and using it for our advantage to shine more light, you know, in spaces of darkness, so that we can then all access more light together, everyone. But I think that will be all from me today. This is probably part one of, you know, a few of these energies and understandings messages. And go easy with this information. I feel like there's a lot of energetic exchange happening. I would suggest please drinking a lot of water as well after consuming the channelings going forward, specifically with Lucifer, everyone, because I feel like there is energetic blocks being broken down by his frequency alone, and allowing us to access more of our own light by seeding more of our own light by witnessing the darkness. We are getting to more light, witnessing the darkness, allowing us to break down rigid structures so that we can access more light, everyone. But I think that's all from me today. I'll be back real soon. Take care.